I'm Andrew at Baker's Gas. We're here today with the all-new 3M G5-03 Pro. So 3M, we just got our demo hood in. They just came out with this unit. Now this is for professional welders, and that's what they're declaring that for. So different material this helmet's made out of. It's more rigid, and it's got a lot more durability than the older hoods. They make a PAPRS version of this, and then they make this version as well. So in this video, we're going to go over what comes in this hood, what's different about this hood, how to change the lens, go over the functionality of the hood and everything. So we'll just jump right in. Just from visual appearance on the outside, it's a duller, not as shiny as the other 3M hoods, and it's got a little less flex in it than the older 3M hoods. Now I noticed it's made out of the same material as the G5-02, which I got on my head, but this is the G5-03 Pro. So what's new about this lens, or this particular version, is the Tack welding version. So it's got a resting shade of 2.5, so you can see while you're lining up the tack weld, right? So it's a clear vision in a resting shade. So it's a 2.5 resting shade. It's not as dark as the other hoods, but they still have the same natural color state of light for their welding lens. But they make 4 different lenses for this hood, so we're going to link all of them down below, and I don't want to confuse anybody. So they make variable shade color, which you can change the color of this thing, so you can go red, green, or blue. Then they make the tack welding version, which is a resting shade of 2.5. They make the natural color version, which is just I don't want to call it bare bones, but it's just a shade 8 through 13. It's just a regular welding hood, but it's got a natural color resting shade. And then they make a passive lens, so you can pick a shade 10 all the way up through 13. So you can just get a passive lens hood, but get the same rigidity as this new hood. Very similar to the older style, or the G5-02 here, but we can tighten up our headgear, and so we can adjust how loose it is on top of our head. The lens, very similar, but very easy to change out. You just pop that comes off. Now that is a consumable, we'll link that too. You can buy those. The lens comes right out. Very simple to change out. I'll pop that back in. These come in 10 packs. There's many different versions of these, but you can get a scratch resistant, and this is just your standard resistant. We got 4 sensors, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So you're covered all the way around. Pretty decent sized viewing range. I like it a lot. This unit does have a nice viewing range on it. Let me just pop the lens out here and I'll show you. It takes a little finagling, but it actually comes out the front. It does not come out the back. And then there's the hood itself. So just to show you on the front of that, on the back side. So you can see we got grind, cut, and then 8 through 13. We got our sensitivity, our delay. This thing's Bluetooth capable, so you can hook it to your phone, adjust your lens and everything on there. Your sensitivity, it gives you some information about parts, warranty. Got battery light, so it is an automatic on. So there is no on button, you don't have to flip it on. You just flip it down, start welding, it should go, but we'll run it up to 13, and then obviously you can go down into cut. It goes to a shade 5, and then grind. It goes into a 2.5 resting shade. This also does have a tap function on it, so you can just tap the outside of the hood and it'll change between grind and weld. But just to go back through here, it's pretty easy to change. Very nice buttons, easy to see. You got your serial number on the side here, so if you got to call in a warranty claim or something happens to this within the allotted warranty, you just give them that number. They look it up, tell you whether it's good to go or not. Flip it back around, but you can see it's very nice. It's got a nice color to it. It's easy to see through on that 2.5 resting shade. Let's pop that back in the hood here. Very simple to take out and change out. But I do notice on this Pro version that the plastic is different. It's got more rigidity to it. We'll pop this back on. Then we're going to try it on here. So it goes right back on. Don't be afraid you're not going to break it. That's one of the biggest things. People are always like, well, I feel like I'm going to rip that thing off and break it. You're not. It's pretty robust. We'll open this thing up. Now I do like 3M's headgear. They got a nice cup on the back, and then you can adjust the top part of it to curve your head and tighten that up. We'll give this thing a tighten too, just so it doesn't fall down. But as you can see, very nice shoe. You got the peripherals here. I can see out those, and I got my lens here. So very nice. Now this is the tack welding version, so It's got that resting shade of 2.5. Variable color shade, I've ran those before. You can change the color on them. Some people prefer red, green, or blue. To be honest with you, I tried them all. They all run about the same to me. I like just the natural color state of these helmets. They're very nice, and they do hold up. Parts are easy to get. Warranty's great. They're great to deal with on that. Everything about them is very nice. I mean, obviously, other than throwing it on the ground, right, or anything like that. I mean, you not warranted against that, but anything with internal parts going bad, they're good about. But like I said, they make a hard hat version of this, and they make a PAPRS version with a hard hat adapter, and then they make this hood as well. So if you got any questions, comments, leave them down below. We'll do our best to answer them. Thanks again for watching, and stay tuned for some more.